I'm Jamie and welcome to Glowing Beauty Addiction. Welcome back if you're one of my subscribers, and a great big hello if you're one of my new subscribers. So a while back I had done a video called If I Had My Own Beauty Brand, or If I Had My Own Brand, and I'll link it up in the cards and in the description box below. And I did not think that that was going to turn into a series or anything like that, but there has been a lot going on recently as far as companies and influencers, brands, that type of thing. And while I've been under the weather dealing with teeth issues, I've been watching these videos, I've been seeing some of these things progress, and my notebooks came out. There's more that I need to say on that topic. You'll notice I don't have my swoop shout out today, and the reason being is I would want to, I guess, call out brands, call out owners, call out influencers. If I had to dedicate it to anyone, it would probably be Marlena over at Makeup Geek or Jen over at Gerard Cosmetics. My Makeup Geek brand banter video is coming soon, I promise. Oh my gosh, it's been what, 2 months ago that I was like, I'm buying a bunch of Makeup Geek, I want to do a brand banter. And then stuff would go on sale and I keep ordering, and it's like I want to show you guys everything, so I'm waiting for everything to come in, and then I will do the great big brand banter on Makeup Geek. Yeah, today, just in honor of the topic, I had to change my lipstick. I am wearing the Gerard Cosmetics Boss Lady because I'm going to play boss for a minute. There has been I don't even know how to describe it. It's like one little thing kind of led to another, led to another, led to another, and this great big snowball effect that now has the community, I guess, up in arms. So I've been writing notes as I've been watching these videos, and I apologize now if they're all out of order, but it's the way my mind was working at the time. So this is going to focus on a lot on PR and influencers and how I would perhaps attack things differently if I had my own brand. As well as I'd always try to see things from both sides. I wouldn't consider myself an influencer by any means. I'm little with my 440 subscribers, but I would like to think that the people that do watch me know that I am giving honest reviews. Those that have been here since the beginning know that I have absolutely no poker face, so it would be impossible for me to give a fake review. And I think a lot of that comes from, unfortunately, money. You put that amount of money, like these huge figures that people are talking, in front of people, and there are those people that don't have, I don't want to sound judgy, but if they don't have that strong moral conviction or moral compass, they may be willing to take the money for a fake review or even a good review. The first thing that I wanted to talk about PR, though, is the PR packages. And I touched on this briefly in my last video, but there's a lot wrong with PR packages from my viewpoint. I don't see the benefit of, for example, foundation or concealer. Sending an influencer that's not like a working makeup artist, I will put that clarification in, absolutely every shade of their concealer or foundation. If I were reviewing it, there's not really a point for me to have the lightest of light and the darkest of dark shades. For me to see how it works and give my opinion to the people I'm making these videos for, I need my shades. I don't need super dark, super light. If those PR packages were scaled down to suit the individual influencers, more PR packages could go out. So why send people every shade, every color, every finish of everything? Suit it to the influencer, and go from there. You could have more people, therefore you're reaching out to a bigger audience. You're reaching more people by having more influencers, having the product in more people's hands. Also with the PR packages, they come in all this elaborate packaging. Environmental wise, not really cool. But secondly, it's almost, I find it almost misleading. Like for example, the Jaclyn Hill Vault palette that everybody's up in arms about. You know, the influencers are opening these cute little safes and the packaging is great, and I'm sure there had to have been people that ordered the whole Vault collection, maybe unaware that that's not what they were going to get, that they were going to just get all the palettes in, you know, a sleeve. I want to see what the product actually looks like. I don't want to see, you know, a liquid lip all bedazzled and adorned with names and stuff. I want to see that it's got a nice frosted, you know, I want to see what it's actually going to look like. I get that they're trying to get, you know, catch the influencer's eye or something, but in my mind, it's uncalled for. As well as, like, I think I heard somebody is getting Roombas and stuff. What does a Roomba have to do with my eyeshadow palette? Like, I get that, you know, my beauty desk, yeah, it's covered with dust. Send me some Swiffers, awesome. But it's kind of ridiculous when you think about it. These items that are coming in these PR packages. And, you know, back to the influencers. I honestly believe it's the old adage, you know, you might not win the war, but you might win a battle kind of thing. And the same thing can be said with PR. Like right now, Gerard Cosmetics has opened their arms to so many people to become, like, to represent them in a way. And I'm so proud to be an affiliate with them. I have spoke about their products forever. So having that opportunity for me is great. And having that opportunity when I'm so small, you know, it makes me feel great. It hopefully will do something for the company. And brass tacks, if I'm going to be cynical about all this, the reality is companies could give everybody a code and put a clause in there. We will pay you out when you get, I don't know, $20, $50 worth of commission. There are going to be people like me, maybe, that I love the product. I speak about the product all the time, but I don't have the big, huge viewer base. So I might still get them discount or make the company money, but the company may not necessarily have to pay me. And I don't see that that's unfair. In fact, I think it is fair. Work for your money. Like, if I want, say I wanted affiliate links to be my whole business, hustle for it. And, you know, everybody wins. But I think everybody wins regardless. But anyway, I could ramble on about that forever. But I don't think that there's anything wrong at all with offering these links. I don't think there's anything wrong with people using these links, as long as it's disclosed. Nobody needs to be pulling Jackie Ina and saying, well, y'all need to just figure it out because, you know, obviously. No, things aren't obvious. Spell it out, as I do in my description box. Mine will say, my Gerard Cosmetics affiliate link is, you know, use code GlowingBeautyAddiction at checkout for X% off. I will receive blank. I've done that with any of my codes, my Kiss Me, my Live Glam, all of those. It's like, use my link for a Kiss Me Live Glam liquid lipstick, we both get a free lipstick. Transparency. There's absolutely nothing wrong with these codes as long as they are disclosed. This has been, everybody's talking about micro-influencers. And then you go to these micro-influencers and they have, you know, 600,000 subscribers. My question is, what am I? Like, I'm not a micro-influencer because I don't have hundreds of thousands of subscribers, but I'm not an influencer because I don't have millions of subscribers. So what am I? Just a itty bitty tiny Should I just be an I? I'll be an inf, because I'm tiny. Anyway, keep in mind, I was on painkillers when I was writing notes. So as far as codes go, like a good idea would be, I said, make codes tiered. You know, start it small, earn the way up, and then cap it. So say we'll use, just because it's the newest one and it's on my mind, my Gerard Cosmetics affiliate code. So you give a code. Okay, so if you reach X dollars in commission because people have used your link, your percentage could go up. And start it that way. Don't start off by saying, you've got 1 million followers, I'm going to give you $60,000 to do a video. No, goes back to the earn your way up. Like, I started talking about different cosmetics brands from the beginning of my channel, and I've never received PR. And hopefully people will then go and watch my videos, see my honest thoughts, perhaps use my links, and go from there. It not only helps the companies get their name out there by giving honest reviews, but it also, I think it instills some more honesty in the influencers. I think that if I say I did not like a certain brand, and I only spoke about them once on my channel, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, I have a code, it's the greatest thing ever. I would hope that viewers would be able to go back and see these things and deduce that this is a little sketchy. And it would, you know, want them to go check other reviews by other influencers to get a more, I don't know, balanced opinion on things. And this was a big one for me. Say I'm sitting in my CEO executive chair of my brand. Now, whether it's eyeshadow or skincare, whatever, but I'm sitting in my chair and I have a new product coming out. And I get an email from a big influencer saying, you know, I want to review your product. Better yet, I'm going to review XYZ's company and give it a bad review to make yours look better. I think the first thing I would do, and maybe this is petty, I would expose that influencer, because I think that is just the shadiest thing to do. And I understand it happens all the time, especially when you get into like political campaigns, that type of thing. But I would not want to ever be associated with an influencer who is willing to dog another company for money. Because if they're willing to dog a company for money, it makes common sense. It makes sense that they're going to give positive reviews for money. I couldn't trust a thing that influencer said, and I would not want my brand associated with them in any way, shape, or form. Also, if I had my own company, I would not be reaching out to these influencers that, you know, these millions of subs influencers. Starting my brand out, I would have sent some PR, I would have, had my website. I'm itty bitty company at this point. I would approach these smaller influencers that had already tried and reviewed my products. And those would be the ones that I would say, here's a bigger PR package, or here's a code, or here's a higher percentage. Because if they've already talked about my company or my brand or my products, their opinion's going to be more valid than somebody that has never even heard of me. I'm sending them stuff and they slap it on once and they go, oh, it's the greatest thing ever, and never talk about them again. I think there has to be that relationship between the brands and the influencers, and it has to go both ways. I don't think it's wrong to reach out to a brand and say, I have been using your products, I absolutely love them, I adore them, here's the videos. But if you're like mass emailing, spray and pray, saying, send me products, I want to review them, I promise I'll say good things, scratched off my list of people I want to work with, in my opinion. So the next big point, and this has been kind of something that really irks me about some brands. The one in particular that I'll talk about is BoxyCharm. I love BoxyCharm. I love my subscription with BoxyCharm. I'm very upset I didn't get the Boxy Luxe box. That was a bit of a shit show. Like, I was trying to log on to get that Boxy Luxe for like 3 hours, refreshing like on my iPad and my phone and stuff, and here they had sold out. And anyway, my problem with some of these companies or subscriptions mostly in this case, is they'll offer the subscription somewhere. So for example, I'm in Canada. BoxyCharm is out of the States. Now, they had the Laura Lee palette, which was a huge flop. I hated that palette. It stained my eyelids, everything. Take that out of the fact. There were a lot of people that they don't want to support Laura Lee anymore. BoxyCharm offered charmers the option of either getting a new palette or getting points for their shop if you wanted to trade it in. Now, my problem was I didn't want the other palette because I got that like 2 months ago. It was their Crown palette. I've already got that palette, so I was like, well, maybe I'll take the points. The problem is the points are no good to me. Being in Canada, I cannot use the points for their shop that they have set up because they don't ship to Canada. And it's frustrating. It's like I have these points sitting there and I can't use them. I feel like if you're going to offer a subscription service to a country like Canada, the benefits of being a subscriber need to be available to us as well. I don't feel it's right to be penalized and not to be able to take advantage of these perks. It's just crazy. The same thing happened to me with Ulta. When I had ordered online, a couple orders through Ulta. I was down in Great Falls there in Ulta, and you get points. And I'm not 100% sure how it works because we don't have Ulta stores here. But whenever I order online, it's almost impossible for me to, well, it is impossible for me. I can't even figure out how to get my points to apply to my purchases online. But yeah, I can't even figure out online how to apply my points to my purchase. And then also when I was in store, their computer system wasn't set up to use my phone number because it was not a US phone number. So, and I also inquired too. I'm like, hey, look, I'm never down in the States. I know there's supposed to be some birthday thing that you can get. And they're like, oh, no, it's not your actual birthday or birth week. I'm like, my gosh, even Sephora will make allowances. Like, I've gone in and said, I live out in the boondocks. I know I'm a month late, but can I still get my birthday gift? And they do. Whereas Ulta was just like, nope, we can't look you up by your phone number. We're not going to give you the birthday gift. And yeah, we're going to add the points to your account for your purchase, but we can't figure out how to. It was crazy because then I'm even questioning. I'm like, well, how are you adding these points to my account, but you can't access my points to be able to use them? It was perplexing. So that I find that incredibly annoying. The BoxyCharm one really got under my skin, and what kind of bothered me about that too is I had emailed to inquire because on Twitter I had said, hey, what's going on? I heard you can get a new palette, and a lot of people replied, and so I had emailed to inquire and I never even got a response. So again, I don't know if it's because I'm in Canada or if they were just so inundated with requests to get rid of that Laura Lee palette. I am not sure. So now the last point that I have, this one may be touchy. As a brand owner, fair or not, you are held to a different level of how you can conduct yourself online. I think that's pretty politically correct, a nice way to say it. There has been a lot of talk that Manny MUA was an influencer who took like $60,000 or $70,000 to bash Lashify. Now, maybe this is an unpopular opinion. I watched Manny's video on Lashify. If anything, his video kind of intrigued me about the system, this lash system. I kind of wanted to know more, and at that time, I could not put false lashes on to save my life. So it was kind of one of those, you know, it didn't work for him, but maybe it could work for me. So it actually, it made me go and check out Lashify. Even though it was a negative review, it still made me go and check it out. Now, in the process of that, the owner of Lashify did a live stream, and I was on that live stream. To put it lightly, she conducted herself in such an unprofessional way. I was appalled. It's the only way. Like, it blew my mind. From that point on, from seeing that like, and I even had like one of those whole system things in my cart ready to check out kind of thing, and then I saw her behavior on that live stream, and it was like, no. And after watching that live stream, I was just like, there is absolutely no way I can get behind a company or a product, anything, when an owner can act that way. Now, I understand she may have, the flip side, she may have felt attacked. There were probably a lot of Manny fans going over there and giving her grief. That still does not excuse that type of behavior. It turned me off. I know that there was a whole lot of controversy as well with Z Palettes, and their owner kind of striking out at the world. That's, I don't know. Z Palette 1 is kind of interesting because it was there and then it died down and then nobody ever really talks about it or thinks about it anymore. But this Lashify one just keeps coming up. And I think what bothered me too was, it wasn't just that she was so horrible in that live stream, but then she just kept it going. Like when all of a sudden this stuff about Manny kept coming back, there was a tweet that somebody had put out saying, you know, essentially Lashify is canceled. And she couldn't just leave that lie. When this Manny stuff started coming up, she has to reply to this ages-old tweet saying, well, if the person who canceled us is canceled, does that mean we're uncanceled? Like, it was just a flashback of, are you in grade school? This is not how you conduct yourself as a human being, but more so as a brand owner. And I know, as a brand owner, nobody is going to agree with you 100% of the time. That is a given. As a brand owner, company, a person, an influencer, whatever. And I've even said it on my channel before. You know, I may love, this is my absolute favorite setting spray in the world. Somebody else may not think so, and that is okay. That is cool. And I have dealt with some trolls on my channel before, and even I can't strike out like that. My channel is small. I still look at this as my job. I guess you could say this is my company. So when somebody attacks me, and this was quite a long time ago. This was when I got kicked off Twitter for some unknown reason for a while. And somebody was coming at me saying, oh my God, you look like a man. You know, I could have, I guess, you know, struck out and been like, oh, well, you're this or that. No, instead I just kind of played along with it. It was like, I'm not, but do you have an issue with that? Like, let's start a conversation. Let's start a debate. I love to debate, whether it's with a troll or not. You have to, A, have thick skin, and B, just have that level of maturity and level-headedness that, good or bad, you can handle yourself, handle your business in a professional way. Maybe it's easier said than done because there's been just some messy people going on, but my thoughts on the matter. So I know this was kind of a long rambling video, but well, let's face it, I've missed you guys, and I'm in front of my camera and I get going and it's like big virtual hug, miss you guys. But no, these were my thoughts when I'm watching all this drama unfold. I was just like, there are such better ways to handle these issues. There's better ways to apologize. There's better ways to handle PR. There's better ways to handle backlash. There's just, things have been done the same way for so long that I shouldn't say nobody. Companies are getting better. As I mentioned, Makeup Geek, Gerard Cosmetics, they're veering off that paved road down the country road to see, is there a better way, a more, picturesque, scenic view way of doing things, rather than just the, here's my product, here's a bunch of cash, say good things about it, done. Which is how I kind of see it going. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you didn't get tired of me rambling, and I love and appreciate you all so much, and until next time, love you. Bye.